Hey y'all, it's Chimdi. I want to tell y'all what my skincare routine is. I get multiple compliments about my complexion. I truly am glowing from the inside out. And I want to be able to always laugh after pouring love on myself. Or maybe I want to get to the point where I just say these things so regularly and so easily that I don't even hear them as being out of the ordinary. Like I'm just stating facts. But it's true. I'm glowing from the inside out. I get constant compliments on my complexion. People are often asking me, girl, what is your skincare routine? I was in a Sephora just this past weekend. I was buying myself some YSL perfume because I got a taste of smelling like money and I cannot go back, okay? Libre. And I wish I'd gotten the intense version. I just got the regular version, but it's fine. I was waiting in line and some man was like, hey, and I was like, hello. And he was like, baby girl, what's your skincare routine? And I was like, minding my business. It's the love of the Lord, y'all. I'm just blessed. So I want to talk to you about my skincare routine, what it is literally, and then I'm going to talk to you about all the real reasons I think I have clear skin. I'm laughing because I realized that if you are watching this video because you want skincare recommendations, then you're not going to get it. So truly click off now. It's okay. I forgive you. Leave this video. But if you want the kind of internal change that will naturally allow your skin to get better, then you're in the right spot. So first, let me explain to you what my skincare routine is. I literally rinse off my face. I don't use a single cleanser. I don't use any of them acids. I don't, like, there's levels. I don't use micellar water. I've tried all these things in the past, y'all. Like, I have an old skincare video. I don't know if it's still here. It might be unlisted by this point. I've got an old skincare video where I was using aloe vera. I was doing all kinds of things. Y'all, I literally rinse off my face when I shower. That's it. I don't put a thing on there. When I'm out of the shower, I don't use my towel. I was in South Africa actually, flex, and I asked this woman who herself had beautiful skin. I was like, baby girl, what's your skincare routine? And she told me that when she washes her face, she doesn't use a towel. She just lets it air dry, and then she puts on moisturizer, and it's the same moisturizer as her body. And I was like, bet. So the main thing I got from that was to not towel dry my face. So after rinsing it off in the shower, I just let it naturally dry. I lotion up my body, and then I just like pat my skin with like the leftover lotion that's on my hands. That is it. That's it. And I still have incredible skin. So I want to talk about a couple of things that are embedded in this skincare routine, some belief systems that I think you would benefit from. And if not, then you know, it's fine too. But I hope that this resonates with you. I think the most important thing about my skin and my life is that truly, and I mean truly, y'all, I mind my business. I do not live a life where I'm stressed. I feel very grateful for that. I do not live a stressful life. When other people tell me about their stresses, I'm like, dang, that sounds stressful, but I do not allow their stresses to become my stresses. Someone asked me in one of my lives, I go live every other weekend, every other Saturday, and they asked me, do you consider yourself an empath? And I shared what I learned from Thomas Hubel, which is we're all sensitive. We all live a sense-based life. We only know life because of the senses. We're all sensitive. The difference is whether or not you're able to have a container in your body where other people's stuff comes through you and leaves, comes to you and bounces right off, or comes to you and you stay and you hold on to it and now their stuff becomes your stuff. And what I found is that it's very important to me, and I've only further poured into myself to be able to have a conversation with somebody and remain rooted in who I am. So when they're talking, I'm listening, I'm processing, and as soon as that conversation is over, baby, I have let it go. It's not my business no more. I also do not engage in like really intense social media. I'm not out here watching the news every day trying to figure out what's going on with the various wars. It's just not my lifestyle. That's a personal choice. You know, some people are like, no, it's important that I know what war is going on. And it's like, dope. I love that for you. Like, that's your choice. I just chose different. And that's why my skin is glowing. So if it's more important for you to know what war is going on than to have like glowing, dewy skin, then the choice has been made for you. Like, it's all good. I used to be on Twitter all of the time, just like soaking in all of people's opinions, all the little like petty dramas that happen on the internet that are like, everyone's talking about it for like half a day and then everyone forgets about it later. I could not tell you any of the things. I was on Instagram because I do still enjoy Instagram, and I just mostly consume like motivational quotes about my feminine energy and being a projector in human design. And I saw Chloe Bailey's selfie with like Lil Nas X and all these people, and I was like, what's Lil Nas X up to? I haven't caught up with him in a while. I go to his page, he's got a song where he's saying FBT, and I was like, wow, this is really aggressive. I wonder what's going on with BET. So I Googled, and it was like, yeah, I guess he said something, they said something about one of his performances. Who knows, right? And I was just like, oh wow. Okay, never mind. Like, it was like, this isn't relevant to my life. It doesn't matter. And a younger version of me used to really care about being plugged into the culture. Like, it was very important to me that I knew all the memes, that I knew all the references, that I knew what are the jokes, what's the slang, is it giving? Like, I needed to like know all the little terminology. I don't. I really don't. It's fine. It's constantly changing. I'm not trying to chase after. I used to be worried about like being outdated and not knowing what the young people were up to. I'm like, it's fine. It's inevitable. We all get older and then go away. Like, it's fine. And so releasing that has really helped with my complexion. The next thing is about the way I speak over myself, over my life, and over my body. You're not gonna catch me saying anything negative about myself. I am healing, I am growing, I'm always getting better. You are never gonna hear me speaking ill over myself and over my body, because I truly believe that life and death lies in the power of the tongue. I believe I am a powerful creator of my own life. And so if I'm speaking ill over other people, over my own life, over my own body, it's only going to cause the manifestation of that illness. And I have become very, very vigilant about hearing when my thoughts and when my words are not aligned. And as a result, I'm very good at hearing it in others. It's one of the things I do as a creative coach. And I usually really do try to wait until I'm in a coaching relationship with somebody before I start mirroring those things back to them. Like, hey, I just want to note that you said this thing or that thing. But even in my coaching consult calls where we're just trying to figure out if we're a good fit for each other, when I hear people saying these things, I'm like, I'm gonna have to pause you there. Like, I cannot if you want to do it in your own time, that's fine. In my presence, it is actually unacceptable for you to speak ill of yourself, and I will not accept it. So we're just gonna have to, just while you're in these 30 minutes, we just not in this container, okay? I love you, not in this container. Am I gonna listen to you bringing illness on yourself and on your life? So I only ever say, my skin is glowing. I am embodying light from the inside out. I have a beautiful complexion. And when I was younger, I used to think I had skin problems, and I would talk about them and think about them, and I'd pick at my skin, and I'd get really close in the mirror and point out blemishes. Now I'm like, that's God's business. Like, my complexion is God's business. If something comes up on my skin, I'm like, God, can you handle that? Bet. I put it out of my mind, and I know God will handle it. And guess what? It happens every time. I was listening to this BK Shivani video. She's this Indian spiritual teacher. I really enjoy her. Some of the things she says, I'm like, ooh. But for the most part, I really rock with what she has to say. And she had this video where she was talking about the power of speaking over our own life. And the more we say, the more we're like installing it in here in our mind. And then when we install it into our subconscious, it then will show up in our life. So you have to be very vigilant about the words you speak over yourself. And doing that, also this book right here, The Game of Life and How to Play It, has been one of those books that emphasizes a similar thing. Like, our words are powerful. And so once you start understanding that every word you say matters, you start being very careful about what you say. So I really do believe that constantly affirming my skin, like, it's a part of me. Why would I hate any part of me? I love myself. Like, so just saying, like, skin, you look incredible, you look beautiful, I love you, you're doing your thing, you're shining, you're radiant, you're dewy, I love it, I love you, I love being you. That's all I repeat day in, day out. And then it manifests in my life, and it manifests in strangers on the street being like, what is your skincare routine? So try it. Just try it. Just try loving yourself and try speaking good over yourself and just see what happens. And the final thing I think that contributes to my incredible skin is that I am unconcerned about my beauty, in that I don't think it is defining who I am. Like, I don't believe my sexiness comes from any outside layer, but it comes from inside, and then my outsides match. I was watching this video from this woman who, she wore the same dress every single day. Google, YouTube just knows what to send me. They're like, you'll watch this, and I did. So this lady talked about 20 minutes about how she wore the same dress every single day and what she learned. And one thing she said was, most people talk about like their clothes as a way of expressing themselves, but she hasn't found that she's used her clothes in that way. And she mentions that she has a very expressive face. And she said, I know it's not good for lines. And I was like, what does that mean? And I thought, oh, like the lines in your face. If you're smiling, if you're all these things, you're creating these lines in your face over time. And I thought, like, can you imagine hearing a joke and not laughing because you're worried about getting a wrinkle later? Like, that kind of subconscious programming. I was like, oh, that's deep subconscious programming, that to express myself, to laugh, to be shocked, to be like whatever expression, let me make myself less. Let me dim my own light so that when I'm 80, I have a little bit less crow's feet around my eyes. I was like, honestly, I think that hearing that one line is really the reason why I made this video, because it shocked me to my core, that level of programming. And one thing Thomas Hubel says is that if you set an intention to start hearing shadow language in our culture, you will start to hear it. And when he said that, I was like, I want to hear shadow language. And guess what? I'm starting to hear it. And I'm like, and it's deep, like it's very, very deeply ingrained to the point that people don't even hear what they're saying. That they've so consciously adopted this idea that, especially as women, our beauty and our youthful skin and complexion is the most important thing, and it's more important than our actual self-expression, which to me is the actual most important thing. I think expressing our soul's desire, I think our souls, we drop into human form, we're out here in the world doing whatever we want to do and living our soul purpose. And the idea that our physical body, the suit that we put on, is more important than our soul's mission is wild to me. And I'm like, what? And so I just want to share, that's really, this whole video, this whole video is a cover for reminding you, listener, but really your soul, not you, your identity and your personality and all the things that you've made up and like put on top of yourself, your true soul. You have a purpose and a mission. That is the most important thing, and it is more important than the complexion of your skin. It's more important than the texture of your skin, okay? That is secondary to what you came on this earth to do, all right? I hope you hear what I'm saying. I'm talking directly to you, so I'm not talking to like, I hope you hear me, all right? You're here for something important. Do that thing. Do not get caught up spending 2 hours rubbing acid on your face. That does not matter. Your soul's purpose, your soul's mission, that is what matters, okay? I feel like I'm really transmitting something, y'all. I feel like I'm really channeling something. I feel like these videos, I recorded another video today. I feel like the energy is so specific and interesting and intense, but I just gotta share what's on my heart, y'all. So please smile if you feel like smiling, and laugh if you feel like laughing, and cry if you feel like crying, and be shocked, and be angry, and express yourself. And don't be worried about getting a smile line. Like, what? But I mean, if you are worried, then I guess that's your journey. That's my journey, is letting people have their journeys. So I guess if you're also gonna rub acid on your face, then cool. I don't know. Thanks, Patreon people. I love you. Bye, y'all.